Hello, my name's Stairs and welcome to our review of the ARW's second season of racing. The lads this time will be jumping out of their open cockpits and into Brazilian stock cars for a 10-round championship consisting of 20 races. The format is exactly the same as last season, with a 30-minute qualifying session determining the grid for an 80km main race and then a shorter 40km reverse grid. Number 64, the Formula 3 champion Xeris is back with Z&B Racing and has been looking stronger than ever behind the wheel. Stairs returns with Scuderia Staircase after finishing comfortably second in the previous season, fresh off 3 victories and 17 podiums in Formula 3. Irambo returns for Inside Line Racing in the number 7, having won the final race of the previous season at Laguna Seca. He'll be eager to carry that form forward into the new season. Team Bagsy returns to the grid, having re-signed Bagsy. Despite just the 3 podiums, consistent points finishes allowed him to finish 4th last season. Goofball Antics had a strong finish to the season after a difficult start. He'll be hoping to carry that form forwards into this new season. Bang's debut season was a learning experience in sim racing. He's been signed again by Bangers Racing. Madbird set out the second half of the previous season after a promising first half, but the R Technologies driver is back. VB Racing are back with Ariel Fox, but the straggling team has not made it to the first round in Mid-Ohio. It'll be interesting to see if they can see out the rest of the season after missing the second half in Formula 3. Outworld Racing Team is back with Nether Realmium. The number 93 is back for the full season after real-life commitments forced him to sit out a number of races in Formula 3. The James D. Donovan Motorsport combination also returns after contesting a few rounds in Formula 3. We also have a couple of debutantes this season. Roadhog contests his first race with us in Mid-Ohio in the number 29 Xavier Motorsport entry. And Pablo joins us for his first race in the 00 Medellin Motorsport car. Also joining us, an old friend, his first race for ARW, but someone who raced with us a few years ago in another league, Megatron, will be joining the Prost team from round 3 onwards. The Caspian Racing team is no more, as Mono has been unable to commit to a full season, and will instead drive for the ARW guest team when the opportunity arises. The season got away in Mid-Ohio, with Xeris taking a dominant pole position and bossing both races, continuing where he left off in Formula 3. Stairs and Goofball had a race-long battle over 2nd and 3rd, with Push to Pass introducing a new strategic element to the racing. It was Stairs who prevailed over Goof when the latter spun on the final corner of the race, but recovered to finish 3rd ahead of Rambo. Roadhog provided the surprise package in the reverse grid, holding on to the lead for most of the race in only his first Wednesday with us. Xeris' dominant pace eventually prevailed, however, and Roadhog would hold on to 2nd for a superb debut podium. Round 2 took us to Adelaide, where the tricky street circuit and the close walls ensured chaos, with several drivers crashing out of the race. It was the usual suspects up front, with Xeris winning the race from Stairs, and Madbird kept his nose clean to claim the final podium position. The reverse grid provided more opportunities for a good result. When Xeris was boxed out on the first lap, Stairs took the early initiative, whilst Bang stole the march out front. However, Stairs diligently chased him down, Bang would hold on for his best result. Bagsy would claim another podium with Xeris not far behind. Stairs had a good getaway at Sebring in round 3, but he wasn't able to keep Xeris behind for long with Push to Pass. Xeris got past easily and strolled to another main race victory. Stairs finished 2nd and Bang backed up his podium in Adelaide, announcing himself as a contender. The result on the podium was exactly the same in the reverse grid race, with Bang holding off Goofball across the line to extend his podium streak. Round 3 was however marred by controversy, with plenty of collisions for the stewards to look at. Goofball Antics was awarded a 15-second penalty for spinning Bagsy around, and James was handed 35 seconds for 2 avoidable collisions. The next round took place in Brands Hatch, with Xeris continuing the dominance he had enjoyed so far. Goofball was running 2nd until a spin out of turn 3 allowed Stairs through, and he ended up finishing 3rd. Bang bagged yet another podium in the reverse grid race, after James's strong showing ended in heartbreak when he ran out of fuel at the end of the race. Round 5. The narrow streets of Surfers Paradise played host to round 5. Stairs managed to get the jump on Xerus once more at the start, and thought he might have had half a chance to win given the tight nature of the circuit. But Xerus was too strong and muscled his way past. Not far behind, Bang and Goof had a battle over 3rd place, with Bang prevailing once again as Goofball suffered from mistakes. It was Stairs who'd be the one making mistakes come the reverse grid race, and Goofball the unfortunate victim as the two collided when the field bunched up on lap 1. Incidents allowed them to recover spots, but Xerus once again asserted his dominance, taking victory from Bagsy as a late error from Madbird handed the final podium position to Stairs. With that being the halfway point in the season, we can see that Xerus has an almost unblemished record in the season so far, nabbing every pole position and fastest lap available and winning every race bar one. Stairs has had a consistent season so far, finishing on the podium in every race with 1 victory. However, he still trails Xerus by 66 points. Bang has been the surprise package so far, with consistent podium finishes that have put him in 3rd place, 34 points clear of Madbird. Round 6 took us to Road America, and the big story from qualifying was the resurgence of Megatron, who found himself on the front row after a brilliant return to form. Stairs misjudged his braking on the opening lap and took himself out of contention, while Xerus luckily avoided damage and took victory with a modest margin over Goofball. Megatron fell back in the race and Bang came through for another podium. In the reverse grid, Xerus once again took victory from Goof, with Bagsy in 3rd after putting up a spirited fight for the lead. Round 7. The season continued its American leg, heading to Barber Motorsport Park where Xerus surprised no one by grabbing pole and winning from Stairs, who had timely returned to form. Irambo KO'd his car after what so far has been a difficult season for the Inside Line racing team. Bagsy was unlucky to receive a stop-go penalty for shortcutting the circuit whilst avoiding James's spun car. Goofball backed up his double podium in the previous race with 3rd place here. The reverse grid saw Stairs take victory from James and Roadhog, but the race would be remembered for the controversy caused by this mid-race pile-up, and the last lap incident between Bang and Stairs. After much post-race deliberation, Xerus was given a 5-second time penalty for causing an avoidable collision that put Madbird out of the race, while Stairs received a suspended penalty for the contact with Bang. Round 8. With a 126-point lead at the top of the championship, Xerus was feeling pretty comfortable. With 3 rounds remaining, Stairs needed some major results to overhaul that gap, but the last thing he needed was his worst qualifying session of the season, struggling down in 12th with a problem that he would later discover was that his traction control had been accidentally switched on, which severely hampered the pace. In the race, he managed to haul himself up to 4th, but Xerus predictably took victory to open the gap further, with Goof and Bagsy taking the remaining podium spots. For the reverse grid, with Xerus and Stairs now separated by 150 points, the equation for Xerus was simple. All he needed was to finish ahead of Stairs to wrap up the title with 2 rounds remaining. For all the action from that race, we now throw to our commentators, Madbird and Stairs.
They're off. Pablo's in the lead on the left there, followed by Mono in 2nd place on the right hand. Is he going to get the whole shot? He gets the whole shot into the first corner. Mono leads on lap 1.
Indeed, it looks
And
like...
he's gone off!
Oh my, he's already gone off. Looks like we've got Roadhog and followed by Nether, followed by James D. Do apologise, followed by Books McZaddy.
Fantastic start there.
Excellent.
Roadhog there, number 29. All over the back of of James is Madbird, hitting the brakes.
Absolutely. Damn it. We've got Goofball coming up behind Madbird in the very, very well liveried car. As Madbird is going around the outside of James, looks like he may have had the job done. I can't remember which direction the next corner goes. I think he's got it done.
We are approaching Stowe. It's a right-hand corner, and here we are looking at James in the Marlborough-sponsored car, and up the inside, he has made the position up into 4th place. Here's a replay of Rambo spinning his car.
Yeah, that's unfortunate,
No, it's not good.
it's not gone well. Oh well. Mono leading the race. Roadhog down the inside.
Moment.
Oh,
Spinning!
Madbird spinning!
Goofball spinning also.
And it looks like Goofball may have been to cause for
Yes,
that.
well, here's a replay. We're going to see up the inside going into club and very deep,
Oh my
very deep.
Yes, no, if I was Books, I would be very upset about that.
That is definitely Goofball Antics' fault. Here we are on board with Stairs behind Megatron, the PlayStation Prost car. And there, he's right up the arse. He's right up the arse going to the bridge corner.
I forgot which version of the Silverstone this is. There is a bridge. The Megatron's off the track. He's into the wall.
We've lost Megatron. But he's back, but he's lost positions, and there's Bagsy in the O2. A lot of replays here. Here goes James up the inside of Pablo, and there's someone else having a look. Road Dog's like, can I have, no, not happening. And Pablo retains one of the positions, but not both of them. Here is the replay of what happened to Megatron. Just got into the back of Bang there, and that just a bit sloppy, really. There's
Just
Mono.
a little bit. Mono with
Huge lead.
Mono with an entire, cricket pitch to himself. James following along as they're going into the first corner. Do apologise. Pablo leading from Bang, from Roadhog, from Stairs, from Bagsy. And we've got Madbird behind, managing to hold off Megatron at the moment. I believe it's Megatron.
Yeah, Megatron's the blue car, so, well, there's more than one blue car, but he's the mainly blue car. But that just shows how frantic. And here's the Live Drivers' Championship there. 558 points to Xerus, 411 to Stairs. The gap there, 147. And if he has 150 points or more at the end of this race, then Xerus will win the championship.
Is there a way that can possibly happen?
There is, considering positions there right now. And Stairs is overtaking three cars at once. 4 wide into Stowe, and Stairs has managed. Is he going to stay? He's on the outside of Pablo there. There's James going through in second place, but Pablo's retained third place for the time being. But there's a huge gaggle of cars right behind, and Stairs is the first one saying, "Can I please go through? Can I please go through?"
Looks like Bang, Bagsy, and Roadhog all scrabbling there. We've got Madbird waiting just behind, hoping that these guys are all going to take themselves out and he can just sweep on through, but don't think it's going to happen. Roadhog down the inside of Bagsy. Has he got the job done? Looks like he has. Oh, as he has a hairy moment.
We'd like to go back and see if he managed to hold on to that. Indeed, he has. But Bagsy's having a little bit of a look on the inside as we are looking at Bang there. And yes, it looks like Roadhog has held on to that position. And Madbird will be shitting his pants because there are cars right behind. There's Nether. Haven't seen him for all the race. There he is. Oh, and James has caught up to Mono. And while the rest of these guys have been squabbling over third place, James has just been getting on with it. And he said to Mono, "Excuse me, please, the lead." No, I haven't.
Yes, as he's driving that lovely advertisement for tobacco diseases.
It's all right. It's all right. They've got the health warnings on it.
We've got Stairs, Pablo, and Bang almost 3 wide going into the first corner.
Oh, Bang having a little bit of a look. Must have used his push to pass or something. 143 points. So this is swinging back towards Stairs at the moment. He might keep the championship alive for one more race, given the way that it's going now. Since Xerus is mired back there in the pack, and here's Bang looking at these two guys side by side, going, "Well, guys, hello." And speaking of hello, here's Bagsy, and he's just taken the opportunity through Beckett's to just, give Bang something to think about.
Absolutely.
Look at this.
Bang is overtaking.
They're all in the same shot. We've got about 15 cars in one shot right here. I may have been exaggerating for the point of, for dramatic effect, but my point remains. And Bag has indeed got in front of Stairs.
Maybe a little bit of push to pass benefit there. We've got Pablo, Bang, Stairs, and Bagsy all line of stern. Bagsy going out. But
down the inside there, and Bang spun.
Oh, Bang spun!
There's a huge pile up. There's Xerus is a gold Megatron. Roadhog's got there. Rainbow's gone around the outside. Backwards goes Bang, the instigator of this enormous accident, and here's Xerus. He's got back going again after he was involved. Here we are on board with Xerus, of Bagsy, having looked down the inside of Stairs. Had the position done, but incredibly unlucky that Bang's just decided to loop it in front of him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cars involved in that accident in the end. 6 cars.
It's very nefarious.
6 cars involved in that accident in the end.
Nefarious.
And here we are, James still having a look at Mono. Mono in the guest car there. Here he is, taking 2 seconds out of Mono's lead on that lap.
That lead has diminished from a cricket pitch
and
to...
no one else.
Goodness.
No one else is in the bloody shot.
No one else. This is the first time so far this race where people haven't been.
It's gone from a cricket pitch to
Thank you.
more than one cricket pitch.
Less than, well, between those two.
2/10 of a... Well, no, the second to third is what I'm referring to.
Oh, I do apologise. Madbird actually having come out of that accident quite well in 5th. Megatron down the inside of Pablo. Bang.
And again.
Bang. And round
This
he
is live.
goes.
This is live. This is not a replay. This is another spin for Megatron. Not covering himself in glory today. Unfortunately, he is a good driver, but not today.
No, definitely not. Down in 13th. Unlucky for some. As we got James following Mono down the stroll.
But not for long. Here he goes.
Incredible.
Pushed up alongside and into the lead of this race. James is leading into Stowe. Will he... well, yes, he does lead and he hasn't stuffed it up, and so Mono follows him in second. He'll be forlornly following him in second for the remainder of the race if he doesn't indeed follow back through into the lead of... Can you please help me with this sentence? It's falling apart. It's
So we're 4 laps into this race. 4 laps to go, rather. No, 5 laps to go.
Both things you said were right. Here we go. We've got Xerus on the back of Madbird. I've recovered from that disaster of a sentence. And he'll be looking to take... Isn't that what I said?
No. It was more of a disaster of a paragraph, to be honest.
Oh,
But
okay, right.
Madbird managing to keep ahead of Xerus through that little section, going underneath the bridge, still ahead. So at this stage, going to keep him behind for at least another couple of corners, much to Xerus' chagrin, I'm sure, with Stairs taking point after point out of his lead with every passing second. As Xerus goes down, but he doesn't manage to get the job done. Madbird defending well.
He's right up the arse.
In the U-Bet Technologies.
Switchback, duck up the inside into Brooklands, and here he goes into the lead. They're side by side, coming out of the final corner, and Xerus is leading. Well, I mean, leading in that particular battle.
And indeed, but Madbird not giving up on it. He's right up the arse. He's right up the arse as he's coming down the start-finish straight, but he's not going to have a job. He's not going to have the job done in the first corner.
Goofball having a look there as well, and the gap now 145 points. Stairs on the podium with 15 points for third place, and Xerus up to fifth place, which will garner you 10 points. And so he'll be looking to improve on that. Nether is his next target.
Indeed. Oh, goodness.
Yes, and well, let's look down the field. Yes, well, James obviously in the lead. Mono's had a very good race. Here we are looking at the gaggle of cars who are fighting over 5th, 6th and 7th place. I saw someone else's positions change. Madbird catching up to, in fact, they're all bunching up through Stowe here, so whether or not they've used their push to pass or whether Xerus just made a mistake, not likely. But, the gap between first, 1.5 seconds now. That's growing.
Looks like Mono just recovered from an accident there in the Double X guest car. There's a venerable footy oval worth of space between him and... Oh, that's not that much. Between...
Camera angles can be tricky, my friend.
They really can.
But the ARW guest car, Mono, not a frequent visitor to this particular season of ARW, so he's doing well considering he's not particularly well acquainted with this vehicle.
The unsung hero of this race so far, Nether, up in 4th, not involved in any accidents, not doing anything spectacular, just...
Keeping himself out of trouble.
Keeping his nose clean.
Just like Brian until he died.
No. Yeah, absolutely. That's as you can see there on the on James's Marlboro branded Chevrolet
Sonic.
Yes.
This one leading the race. Just got to really keep it on the tarmac. I don't think Stairs or Xerus have anything to do. They're in the shot, but I don't think they'll have anywhere near the pace to keep up with him. There's the gap between James and Mono, holding about steady. Just 1/10 of a second the difference. In fact, Mono taking a little bit back on James in that particular lap. And here we go with Goofball on the back of Madbird.
Indeed, and Madbird would be slightly scared considering what happened the last time that Goofball was behind him on this particular circuit.
He'll still have brown on his undies from that. But,
indeed, rammed up his ass like a very uncaring...
here we go. That didn't take long. Sorry to not let you finish that sentence, but Xerus has caught up to Nether, and 4th is the position on which they are disputing.
Yes, and it looks like Nether...
Lock up!
Never mind, I was going to say... Never mind. I was going to say Never had obviously hung on to that position, but locked up, went deep into that corner.
And now Stairs has Xerus in his mirrors. He'll be seeing that purple car, and he'll be saying, oh, shit.
Here we go again.
147 points. He still would take the championship to the next round, as it were, currently, if the positions remain the same, but we all know that that might not necessarily be the case. But Nether has not given up on 4th place. He's hanging on to the tail of Xerus for the time being.
Definitely, he is all over. Well, not all over, but he is definitely nearby to Xerus' car on the circuit at this stage.
Gradually falling behind, as it were, and we can see there that Goofball has remained ahead of Madbird.
Bastard.
So how do you think this new season is going?
I think it's going fantastically well, considering that...
apart from the art of dominance of one drive.
Well, that is a damn shame. That is a damn shame. But
he's not dominating this race.
He's not dominating not this race in particular. No.
Actually, let's bring it back to the man who's leading this race. James has been pretty much, since he got into the lead, unchallenged. Whether or not he remains in that, as we look at Pablo, we'll come back to this point here because it looks like Bagsy is recovering from this early race accident which he had with Bang and Pablo, and they're still occupying the same piece of track.
Oh, speaking of accidents between Bagsy and Pablo.
And now they're occupying the same piece of runoff. Actually, different pieces of runoff, I should say. That's not gone well, it has to be said.
It has to be said.
What happened here? Run us through what happened here.
So what happened here is Pablo broke for the corner.
And Bagsy didn't?
And Bagsy failed to do so. I'm not sure if Pablo seemed to be sort of cutting across onto the racing line. Maybe he was trying to defend but then realised he didn't need to, or something to that effect. But regardless, what really happened is he pulled in front of Bagsy, slammed his brakes on. Bagsy went, all right, what's going on here? And just slammed into him, and didn't end well for either of them down in 12th and 13th.
It's not gone well, but we can see second, third, fourth, fifth, they're all in the same sort of shot as we looked at previously. There we go. Stairs has got Xeris for company, I should say. And that's all closing up because Stairs took 2 seconds out of Mono on the previous lap. And James hasn't really checked out. He's still there in the shot. I'm sure he's just keeping his nose clean, trying not to make a mistake. But regardless, any one of them makes a mistake, and you could lose 3 positions in 1 point.
Indeed, you know how it's said that these drivers go into like rigorous fitness routines to shed weight to make themselves faster.
It's all bullshit, isn't it?
No, it isn't for most of them. But,
okay.
but it's. I was about to say.
You're going to say it's all a lie.
It's all the more impressive that James is in the lead, considering he has, foregone those rigorous fitness regimes.
Because we all know Stairs does the squats all the time.
He squats like a maniac.
Yeah, Xeris definitely spends a lot of time going up and down stairs. Not stairs on track, I mean like physical stairs, which you use.
He goes up and down on
but
stairs.
They're side by side, as we've been busy padding for time until something happened, and there we go, they're side by side through Maggots and Beckett's, excuse me. And Stairs has asked me about what? Seemed to manage to stay ahead, but Mono is right up there. The gap there is something. I was going to read it, but it disappeared from the screen. But it doesn't matter now because Xeris is having a look down the outside stairs. Is consigning Stairs to the outside as they go through Stowe. And they've caught up to Mono and enormously quickly. I think Stairs has just got a little bit caught out. By how slow Mono's been going through there. And they're side by side, Mono and Stairs and Xeris.
Disaster.
And it looks like Stairs has lost the position as a result of that. It's bad luck.
Thanks, Mono, as he was going so slowly through Stowe that Xeris managed to get the jump on Stairs, who was busy trying to avoid the guest car driver. Mono managing to scrabble onto second place at the moment, but Xeris all over him, coming up into this left-hander. Yes, it is indeed, as he's turning in, going the wide line. But Mono spun out from second to whatever he's going to end up being.
Fourth. Is he going to retain fifth? We don't know. We'll look at the championship standings. That change of position has handed the championship to Xeris. If it finishes as it does now, 154 points would be the gap.
Mabbo got back in front of Goofball.
We're actually on the final lap of this race, and James, we haven't really had a chance with all this action going on before to revisit this, but he has kept his nose clean. He is going to win this race. He exits the final corner onto the final straight. Xeris is going to fish second from Stairs and win the championship, but our winner of this race is James.
It is indeed James Donovan, and we've got to think we got a little bit of team radio here from James within.
Team radio.
Oh yeah, fuck you! Fuck yeah!
Oh goodness, we got someone crashing in the background, and it's funny how we got the commentators from James's radio. That was interesting. Here's a replay of Xeris getting past Stairs. Yes, that's exactly as we called it. Unfortunate. Here's Mono, probably about to spin. There we go. Not good. He was in a good position. He wouldn't be happy. There's Pablo, finishing 12th. That's a blown-up engine. That's Goofball. We didn't actually manage to catch that. We'll throw it down to you, Bag.
Thank you, Stairs. James, this is your first race win in the ARW League. How do you feel, James?
You know what? I just feel like I've given at least 110%. It's just amazing. Look, if I really have to put it down, I think I gave more than 110%. I think I gave at least 130%. It's been a long time coming. I just want to thank the boys. I hope you guys get what we can. I mean, look, we scout lots of people from other teams, including from Alistair's team, Xeris's team. I mean, it's just been amazing. But look, I don't know what to say.
Round 9. With the title wrapped up, Xeris went to Road Atlanta with no pressure at all. Stairs had a comfortable gap in second, while third place was still being hotly contested between Bang and Goof, the former having enjoyed a string of podiums early on in the season. But a lean period in the last few rounds had allowed Goof to overhaul the advantage. Madbird was quoted pre-race as saying the circuit resembled a pork chop, the circuit's various crests and dips suiting him nicely as he prevailed in a tremendous battle with James over fourth place. Xeris won from pole quite easily, with Stairs coming up from fourth to second place after an excellent race-long arm wrestle with Bagsy. Race 2 saw a mixed-up result, with James taking his second consecutive reverse grid victory by just under 0.2 of a second from Bagsy. Xeris pushed his way up to third, while we saw retirements from Stairs, Megatron and Nether. Goofball set the fastest lap out of 7th place. Round 10. The final round of the season took the gang to Mugello. The major fight was over third place, with Bang closing to within 10 points of Goofball Antics. Evidently, Bang had saved one of his best performances for last, with an excellent return to form that saw him qualify and finish second in a tight main race, just 5 seconds behind Xeris. Bagsy prevailed in a very close battle with Stairs for the final spot on the podium. In the reverse grid, Xeris once again found his way to the front to complete the most dominant season ARW has ever seen, finishing over 200 points clear of Stairs, who capped off the season with second place. Megatron enjoyed a return to the podium in his best race since his return to the group. Bang backed up his main race podium with a solid 5th place finish to secure 3rd in the championship, rubber stamping a very solid improvement in only his 2nd season of racing with us. Goofball's late season dip in form had cost him 3rd, but he still enjoyed 6 podiums in the Protonomaly Peugeot. Bagsy's early season was inconsistent, but a strong back end of the season saw him challenging for podiums on a regular basis, ending the season with a tally of 7 podiums to secure 5th place. That wraps up our review of ARW Season 2. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe as ARW gears up for Season 3, where the gang will try out an array of GT3 cars and a shake-up of the formula. I've been Stairs.